Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my amazing co-host for the Bachelorette Season 19 episode, I think it's 6. It's Miss TJoy. How are you today, Miss TJoy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. When I did this, the Bachelorettes and the Bachelor, we usually did it during the day, so I feel at home with having
Okay.
my day spot covering here. So I'm happy to talk about the Bachelorette.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I like daytime vibes, you know?
Yes.
It's a little bit
Nice
different.
and chipper. Yeah.
So they're off to Amsterdam. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
No, but I really want to go. Have you?
I have.
Of course you have.
One thing that's really funny about Amsterdam, and it's like, okay, I'm a type of person that's always trying to figure things out and unscramble things. I like puzzles. I like word searches. I like crossword puzzle. I like solving things. And so the funny
Uh,
thing about Amsterdam is the words are very, very long. And I don't understand like the language structure of it all, but it looks kind of like English, but with a whole bunch of other letters around it. So I remember when I was in Amsterdam, I was always trying to unscramble the words because like you can see the English word in there and you're thinking it's like you're trying to solve something, but no, it's just actually like, you know what I mean? Like it's actually that long. And that's how you say it in their language. But I'm always was trying to like unscramble it. I'm like, oh, that's so like tourist of me. So tourist, but I would like to learn the language just so I can understand it a little bit better because it does sound a little bit like English sometimes, but then it just has some extra sounds and vowels and yeah. But
now,
I've been
are
there.
they're the ones that have like the red light district and stuff like that,
Yes.
right?
Yes, so I did walk
Okay.
by the red light district, and I don't know if it was because of the time that I went, but it was a little bit sad because there's just like one person just like sitting in the window, and I'm just like, like not that this person is a dog, but like like the puppy in the window at like the
Yeah.
pound or something, and it just like wants to be picked. Yeah, it was a little bit like
Yeah.
that. I'm just like
Oh.
it wasn't as like
mhm.
salacious as like I thought it was gonna be. I'm sure at other times it
Right.
was, but when I walked through, it was just
Okay.
like just a couple of women just like
Like you're like blink twice. Are you okay?
yeah, it's like, do you want to be there? Do you need help? Do you need help? So they're going to Amsterdam, and we hear about Ethan again. Like how Ethan is still here is shocking, but he really hopes
I
he's
know.
going to get a one-on-one. Did you think that Ethan was going to get the one-on-one?
No, no. I think everybody knew but Ethan.
No, he
It's
had to
like
have
a
known.
joke that everyone knows but him. Like,
Oh,
you know, that's how I feel with Ethan. Because every
well,
time he does a confessional, he's like, we have this connection. And I'm just like, where? Where? I haven't seen it. I'm like, they must be editing the whole thing out
or in his
because I haven't seen it.
imagination.
Exactly. That's
No,
what
not
it
even a
is. It's his
joke.
imagination.
Well, they don't get that much time with that with her, right? So like they kind of have to pretend like they have this relationship just to keep it going, right? Like
Yeah.
if I was dating just one person, I wasn't on the Bachelorette, and it was so like sporadic like it is on the show, and then dates getting canceled and all that stuff, I'd be like, this guy is not into me. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We wouldn't
So
be together. We wouldn't be together. Right. We wouldn't be together. Right.
exactly. So I'm just feeling like he's trying to he's trying to make himself believe that he still has a chance just because it's abnormal circumstances. But in the real world, he would know that it
Right.
ain't happening. Hi,
And every
Taboo.
time he gets a rose, hi,
Yes, we are early
Taboo.
today because we could be. So thank you for being here. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that every time he gets a rose, it just feeds into his like. He's like, "There's hope." I
Yes,
knew we
it's
had
like
a connection. I knew when she looked at me on the group date like that, we had it. You know what I mean? It's like that rose it gives him, just an extra. extra reason to, keep up with the delusion. So,
Well, it's especially coming from Rachel, though, like real rich, because she was so upset with Logan wanting to go to the side and he accepted so many roses. She gave Ethan a lot of roses, and I don't think she
right.
was going to be taking him to hometown from a long time ago. So
Exactly.
hot calling kettle black here. But on the date card, it says, Zach, let's let our love bloom. Love, Rachel. So Zach is getting his second one-on-one. Were you surprised that it was Zach getting this?
I was, but before we get to the one-on-one, okay, so when Jesse came to sit with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the two girls, and Gabby was acting all sus. I already knew. I could already sense it. Because he was like, why are you getting so emotional? She's like, it's so really hard. It's so hard. But I already knew. Didn't you know at the beginning of like,
Well, I did not. So it could be because I wasn't that invested in the scene. I just remember being like, why, like, what's the point of the scene? Like having Rachel and Gabby go sit near the water and like having this conversation about, no, so who are you taking on a date? Like, okay,
mm-hmm.
like we get it now that like what's going to happen on this date. It's so monumentous, but like, I don't know. I just wasn't paying that much attention to it because I thought it was filler.
I did. I had wrote in my notes right here. I was like, she gonna get rid of blank. I knew it. Like,
But you didn't know who it was, but you knew it was
no,
a
I knew.
somebody.
I knew who it was. I know who it was. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
trying not to do a
I see.
spoiler in
I
case
see.
somebody's trying to, go through the whole thing. But I knew right then because she was acting all already emotional. It's like, what are you emotional for if you're not getting ready? It's like it's so hard. It's so hard. It's like how she does her head. How she does. It's like, girl, y'all haven't even gone on the dates yet. Like, so what is the problem? So I was like, here we go. It's about to be a whole thing. But go ahead.
So Tino, though, is irritated that Zach got this one-on-one. And I can't wait to talk more about the Tino of it all.
Yes.
So he's annoyed. I'd be annoyed too, probably, if like, because I do think Tino is the front runner here. And so I would be irritated if I was Tino to see all these other guys getting more moments with his girl. You know what I mean? So like, I'd be a little bit annoyed. But Zach gets the one-on-one date. And then we also see that Nate gets a one-on-one date. So Nate, let's see where our love takes us. Heart. Gabby. So we then hear, we see Gabby on, wait, did we see her first? Really? Maybe I didn't write it down.
Yeah. Gabby and Nate go on their date first.
And so, Gabby, and then they're walking around and they're having this a nice moment. I thought she looked cute.
With those high
Happy.
water jeans on, did you see? I don't know. In Canada, what do y'all call them?
Yeah. Nate, those, maybe were they because he's tall? Is it because he's tall?
Get some jeans. If you're tall, buy some jeans that fit your height. You're the one shopping for yourself. You know how tall you are.
Did you see the season? Whose season was it? It might have been the Tayshia Claire season where there was a guy, I think his name was Jordan, and he's like 6'8", but like literally he was wearing like capris. Like they're so short. And he's so it's just like his ankle part was like this long. Like bare. Is this gonna be a regular time slop? Not the slop. I don't know if it could be regular because I don't know if Miss TJoy is able to do it at this time, but I wouldn't mind it. So
I will try. I will try every time I can.
Yeah, so most likely it'll be after the episode, unless I'm doing the live feed update, and then I just don't have time to watch 2 hours of the show and then do an hour and a bit right after when I need to watch the feeds. And so that will be maybe it really depends. So I don't know, but I like it. Just saying. Thanks, Taboo.
Oh, Taboo's so loyal.
So loyal. So appreciative. So Yes, I did notice the high water pants, the flood pants. What do we call them? I mean, I know what high waters are. I don't know if that's what my mom says or something. Um, yeah, short pants. I don't know. There isn't other names, I think, though. Flood pants, flood.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, I did notice his pants. Yes, I thought that they could be a little like, but then I was like, maybe it's the style. Maybe it's the style.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Because he's wearing them confidently. Like
Yes,
he
yes.
didn't seem embarrassed to be wearing short pants.
I know, and he had like Ked sneakers. It looks like those little white like. So I was like, it must be a little different. I'm like, he probably just has like a little different style because I was like, most men that I know wouldn't wear those pants and those shoes. So I'm like, I guess he just has his own style.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
So
because he's very
Gabby,
confident with it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's walking confident. If he had known what was going to go down, maybe he would have worn longer pants. So they sit down on the bench and she's looking at him and she's like, don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared. And like she lets him know. And I felt bad for Gabby because she feels as though she didn't have a really good mother role model growing up. She's always had a little bit of doubts on whether or not she would be a good mother and that she's not ready to be a mother and a role model yet right now. And especially since Nate already has a child, like she's not ready if she doesn't know if she's ready or if she even wants to step into the role of stepmom. So he got the axe.
Yeah.
He cut.
I felt bad for both of them too because in that moment I thought to myself, she really liked him. She really liked him. And I thought she did because I kept saying she's so soft around him. Like she's very soft with him. And I just felt like they had a good connection. And so remember, because I was like, I kept thinking he was going to go far because I just could see the connection. You were like, no, he's not going to go far. You know, he's not going to go to hometowns. You had already said that, but I was just like, well, how come? I just feel like this connection. So I could tell she was really, really heartbroken about having to do it. I think that if he didn't have a daughter, I think she would have went to hometowns with him because I think they really did have a connection. I think they really.
I have to say, I cried.
Me too, because she was crying so hysterically. Like,
but have we cried one tear for Rachel? No. Right? I've not shed one tear for Rachel. So I'm not heartless. I am not heartless. I was crying quite a bit for this moment. I thought it was very sweet, very touching. I felt for Gabby, like this being hard for her. And that's what makes compelling TV, is not just the tears and the crying. It's the fact that she doesn't want to say this and she doesn't want to do this, but she has to, and she's trying to overcome something. And I don't think she wants to cry, but she's trying to hold it back, but she can't help it. It's overflowing.
Yeah, yeah.
I cut you off.
No. I was just saying, even when he walked away, she was still, even when she was in the garden of the bar, she was still second guessing it. Because it was like, I really like this man. Like, you know, so it's like, if he did not have a child, I would not do this. We would be somewhere frolicking, kissing, and going somewhere, you know, on this date. And also, I respected the fact that she didn't even want to put him through the date. Like, let's not even do this because I already know what has to be done. And I really, and she was saying before, I really should have done it before because now she's like, I knew he had a daughter in the beginning. I already knew I probably wasn't healed from this, but I liked him so much. I just kept it going. And now look at me. I'm all about to fall in love and now I got to break up with him and I'm a mess, you know? And so that was the thing.
Dabu says, I don't understand why Gabby used up a whole one-on-one to break up with Nate. It's hometown next week. Don't waste the time.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I'm wondering if it's because she didn't want to do it at like a cocktail party. I think maybe she just wanted to get it done as soon as possible, and she kind of knew who she wanted to bring to hometowns anyway. Because we see that after that, she cancels. Like, well, wait, what did she cancel? She canceled something.
No, she didn't cancel anything. Are you sure? Yeah. I mean, she canceled the date with him. That was it. They didn't go on a date.
I guess there's no night portion with him. I
Right.
guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Um.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was really. I think she knew who she wanted to take to hometowns already, and so I think that it creates a little bit of drama because, like, ooh, Nate's getting a second one-on-one, and so the guys at the house could be kind of like, as we see, chatting about it. Were you impressed that Johnny felt as though like he kind of solved it? He's like, he knew what was probably going down.
I think Johnny is very in tune with himself. He's very intuitive, is what I've picked up from Johnny. He does a lot of observing. And he picks up on things. He doesn't say so much. He's not as loud as Logan and Eric when they're in the scenes or whatever. He likes to observe more, and then he kind of keeps things to himself. That's just what I picked up from Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you're right though, Dabu. Bachelorette coming after anyone named Nate. I know. I don't even know all.
They're coming after Nate.
I don't even think it's a big deal, but maybe there's more going on. Dabu, you can let us know if there's more going on than what I kind of know. So apparently, an ex-girlfriend of Nate's, they dated for like over a year. Like went and did like a sit down or talk to Reality Steve, and says that they dated for a year and a half and like told each other, "I love you," and she never knew that he had a daughter. And then apparently there was another woman that was dating him at that same time. And so he was like dating two women at the same time. And then I guess neither of them knew that he had a daughter. And so I think that that's what the tea is. And I'm just like, maybe he didn't want to tell you. Like, maybe the stepmom or the mom.
Were you in a relationship with him or were you dating him? Because when I'm dating you, I don't have to reveal any, you know what I'm saying? I'm just dating. I don't have to tell you all my business.
I guess she thinks that because it was a year and a half that like she would have known that, or he would have wanted to share that, but like maybe it wasn't that deep for him. I don't know.
Right.
So anyway,
especially if he's dating both of y'all, that really means that y'all were dating. Y'all were just dating. It just went on for a year and a half. You can have some casual go on for 2-3 years if the person accept what little you give them, you keep them around. But if it's not a commitment, then he doesn't have to, because he had no plans on introducing you. So he don't have to tell you about her because you won't go meet her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And maybe he didn't want it to appear like it was more serious than it actually was. So that's all that I know, Dabu. But if there's more going on, please inform us, because I know that I was sent an article or a video that I haven't watched yet. And so it was the breakdown of what's going on with Nate, but I haven't watched it yet. So I don't know if there's more. I do not know.
A bit juicy, send it to me.
I will, of course. So one thing though that Nate said that really made me tear up even more was he's like, just make sure that you choose someone that picks you, okay?
I know. And then she was like, and now I want him even more because of the way he handled me.
But it was sweet.
It was sweet. No, it was sweet. I'm just saying, the way her head, like when she just cries, it's taking me out. It's like a combination of what he said and her doing that. Then I'm crying. It's like it's a whole thing.
Like, the whole thing. But they kiss and he walks away and they love pulling the luggage. I mean, I think it's also very dramatic and kind of funny, but like they pulled his luggage away and the guys were like, oh, Nate, he's gone. So we see anything else about their date and breakup that you want to talk about? Nate. Is Nate going to be the Bachelor? Do you think new Bachelor?
Oh, Nate.
Do you think they would do
that?
I
was thinking about was he going to be in Bachelor in Paradise? I was like, I think he's at least, if he's not going to be the Bachelor, he's at least going to be in Bachelor in Paradise. I'm like, he probably already there.
It's filming now already, right?
Yeah.
Is it done or no? Oh no, it might be done actually.
Oh, it's done. Oh, I
I
don't
said
know.
might be just because I'm thinking like, oh wait, we know there's all this drama of like Lace from like a few seasons ago is gonna be there, and like all these other people that are like gonna be there.
Lazy. I didn't know that.
Oh, oops. I don't know if it's a secret, but Lace is supposed to be there. I
Okay.
forget who she. I forgot. I did hear who she's supposed to be dating, but I don't remember now. But we'll see.
Okay. Okay.
So, how did you feel about Zach and Rachel in the tulip fields where they get cheese and they try on clogs and they get lemonade?
That field was so beautiful. I
Yeah,
was more impressed with the tulips than them. I was like, I, I just was like, all the colors. I just was like, this is beautiful. She was like, just for 2 weeks. So I was like, oh my goodness. I want to go to Amsterdam just for that. Like in when bloom season, that was beautiful.
yes.
Mm.
So, it's the national flower of the Netherlands, and they like I feel like you like whenever you go to Amsterdam, everybody always brings back tulip bulbs. So, I don't know if that's where they grow the most. Like, I don't know why, like how it all started, but yes, it is their national flower. Okay. Oh, Dabu says apparently they make Nate address it on the Men Tell All, which is BS in my eyes. That's so rude.
Oh. Mhm.
Dabu, that's so rude.
Davu be having the tea.
And all the tea, all the tea, all the tea. That's really rude.
It
Like,
is.
it's none of their
That don't have
business.
nothing to do. That don't have nothing to do with Gabby. Like, why he got to
Nothing to do with
address that on that?
Gabby.
Like, right.
It was something in the past. Like, they're broken up. What does that, why do he need to address a past relationship that maybe he hasn't even talked to Gabby about? That's annoying. That would piss me off if I were them. Okay, hold on. Let me just
Mm-hmm.
read this. So, tulips are not native to the Netherlands. They actually come from Central Asia and Turkey and adapt well to rocky terrain. Holland's first tulip bloomed in 1593 and the country fell in love. Today, millions of tulips grow in the Netherlands each year, and this country is now famous for being the world's largest flower exporter. Okay. So, they now
Okay.
all grow there, but they didn't originally come from there. That's cool.
Okay.
Colin is also known for windmills, wooden shoes, and tulips. Just saying.
Oh,
Cool.
I knew about the wooden shoes. Knew that.
Little clogs, little cloggy clogs.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see them kiss in front of a windmill. Do you think that was like a nod to Hannah and Peter? Did you see that season?
Hannah and
Hannah
Peter.
Brown.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
We
Mm-hmm.
F 4 times in the windmill. No, you don't remember that. That was like the
Yes.
slogan of the season.
She
We
was
F
a mess.
four
I don't
times in the
know if that was
windmill.
not or not. I don't know. I know that yes, Lace definitely was. Definitely.
Yes.
I don't know if it was or not, but I know that Zach really likes Rachel, but it's something about I don't know. It's something I don't know. Maybe I'm over Rachel. I don't know. I just don't get into her like I do with Gabby. I don't know. I just, I don't know.
I think it's because we've had like a month of her being so needy that
Right.
it's kind of like it's like it's not satisfying her getting her way because it seems like she just needs it so bad. Like I don't know.
Right.
It's
Right.
kind of it's. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if I'm saying the right things, but it's like she's getting what she says she wants, but I don't know if it's authentic. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
don't
Right.
know. Or like she just like needs to hear all these wonderful words. I don't know if it's actually landing. It doesn't maybe hold as much value or something
Mm-hmm.
because she's so needy.
Needy. Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Because
It's
like if
almost like
she
a sense of relief. It's not a sense of like, Oh, it's such a lovely thing to see. It's almost like a sense of relief, like, oh my goodness, now, like you gave the baby the pacifier. Like they have been screaming and screaming, and so finally somebody puts the you're like, whew. You know what I mean? And you just kind of go on. It's not like it's so sweet, but you're just kind of like, now we don't have to hear that. We don't have to see any crying tonight, So you
Is
kind of
that what
just
it is?
relieved.
That could be it. That
Yeah,
we're just happy that she's not crying.
right.
And we don't care about like what's actually going on. We're just happy that she's not
Right.
crying.
Right. Right.
Well, they get into a hot tub and they're kissing in the hot tub. And I don't know if it was before or after, but he says that he may be falling in love with her. And,
Oh, he tells her that at night, at the night time.
oh, 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 no. I wrote night person after.
Mm.
So he must have said it at that point too. Maybe he said it in his ITM.
Yeah, he told us in the confessional before he told her.
So he also, I believe he says this to her, that you could meet my family right now.
Yes,
Like,
yes. He tells her that. After they talk about, and then they talk about something about therapy at the nighttime, like they both went to therapy and stuff.
so yes, we get to the night portion, and it seems like more like a church, but he describes it as a museum. And not to knock it, but like I've seen hundreds of churches that are a little bit more wow than this particular church. You know what I mean? Or
Mhm.
museum. Like they're just like, oh my God, wow. And I'm like, it's okay. It's nice. Like I think that like I don't know if it was gothic, but like there are kind of fantastical, but like I've seen really a lot of cool churches before and
Yeah,
museums. So this didn't really wow me, but it wowed them.
yes, it
Uh,
did.
Rachel also says that today was on their bucket list, on her bucket list.
Well, yeah, she said the tulips. She said the tulips were her bucket list.
Oh,
Uh
tulip. Okay, that's fine then. I just was like, what, the clogs and the lemonade and the hot tub?
huh.
That's something you needed to do. But if it's tulips, going to the tulip fields in Amsterdam, okay, that could be true. Um, what else did happen? Okay, so he's talking like everybody seems to have nowadays like their sad story or what they're overcoming or something that they share with the lead to show that they're vulnerable. And Zach's is that he used to be 95 pounds overweight and that he ended up getting therapy to help him. And so I thought that was
Mhm.
interesting because she was able to relate with him because she said that she went to therapy after Clayton season. And so it was nice to see them have a little bit of a connected moment together. Talk about
Yeah,
therapy.
that was nice. That was nice.
Yes. And she said that therapy was her favorite part of the week. And I'm like, okay, you're laying it
Mhm.
on thick. There's
You
no
know
way. I
why?
mean,
No, it
because she has
is.
to
You
cry.
know
She has
why
to
for
cry.
Pisces?
She has to
Yes.
cry.
Yes, for Pisces, it is because they have somebody that's going to listen to
Listen
all
to
the
them
feelings that they
cry.
have,
Mhm.
all those feelings, and they're going to welcome them expressing all of those feelings and crying and it being okay. It is. It is. They
You're
like it.
right. You're
I have.
right.
I have Pisces clients. They like
They love to cry. Interesting. Gabby says Rachel in Paradise would be the girl that wants every man that arrives with a date to pick her. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and cry if they don't. Oh, oh.
Oh. Yep.
um. So he says that he is falling in love with her, and she's so happy, and she gives him the rose. And they go outside, and there's a string quartet playing some music.
And they dance,
Dance.
sway.
Wait, I forgot to. I
Yep.
forgot. Do you? What instruments do you play, or have you played?
Clarinet. That's
Okay,
it.
you clarinet. Okay, cool, cool. Did you play the recorder as well? Did you watch Love Island UK or no?
No.
Okay, just curious. Because there's a really like they had a talent show on Love Island UK, and someone played the recorder, and it just recorder reminds me of the clarinet. Just saying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you would
What about you?
understand. I played the recorder, like obviously. I was in a traveling percussion group when I was like 9 through 14.
Really?
So I can play actually many instruments. So I can play all
Okay.
xylophones, different sizes. So tenor, bass, xylophone, glockenspiel. I can play different temporas, like different drums and stuff. And then
Okay.
instrument wise, my first instrument that I ever played was accordion because my mom knew that I
Oh.
wanted to take piano lessons because I was going to this new school and she wanted to
Uh-huh.
make sure that like I actually was going to be interested in piano before I she bought a piano for me. So I started taking accordion lessons and then I liked the accordion even though like it was heavier than I was. I was like dragging around this like 80-pound accordion and I
Uh-huh.
weighed probably like 60 pounds. And then I played piano. Then I played trumpet was my instrument.
Okay.
And I have a guitar here that I haven't learned how to play yet, but I do need to learn a couple new instruments. I need to learn something new. So guitar is going to be on
Yeah.
there, and maybe I'll learn something else, maybe a flute or something.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Cool, cool, cool. So Gabby goes to the guys to tell them why Nate was gone, and Johnny seems to be the one that's like, oh, we get it, like it's cool, like we understand, like very much comforting Gabby here.
Yeah.
And for somebody that I had no idea really who he was until last week, like he's got a lot to say.
You're impressed. You're impressed. You're like, oh, look at there, Johnny.
I'm impressed, but I don't think that she's gonna pick him.
Who do you think she's gonna pick? Eric?
Eric.
Okay.
I think she's going to pick Eric because of that. I don't know if it was the first episode or the second episode, but when they were lying down on the couch together, they just looked so comfortable. And it seemed like a real relationship back then. And so the parts that I
Yeah.
don't like is when like Logan says things to the camera about like, the first day when he's like, oh, I should have gotten the group date rose. And I think it was last episode when he was like,
You talking about
I don't,
Eric?
yeah. And what'd I say?
Logan?
Oh, I
Like,
meant Eric. Yeah, I meant
okay.
Eric. And then also when last episode when he was like, I don't even know if I want to be here anymore, like if I'm not going to get confirmation. I was just like, those little sides of him that I keep on seeing, like I'm not a fan of, but their connection, I think, is there.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I always thought he was a front runner. Yeah.
So what do you think of Gabby's group date? They're with a sex coach, and the first thing that this sex coach says to them, she has like a whip. She's dressed as kind of like a dominatrix, and she wants to find out all of their safe words.
Safe words. And it was so funny to me. I guess, you know what? I think that's maybe, do you think that's a gender thing, or do you think that it's just an experience type thing? Because I don't know. I feel like as women, we talk about how we have a safe word. We kind of like go over like, got like, pineapple, or you pick a word, you're like, look, when I say, and the
Well,
men were just like, safe word, Albuquerque. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like they just were so lost. They just couldn't even.
well, have they not watched 50 Shades of Grey?
They haven't. But
So
I
50
thought
Shades
a lot of people watch that movie, so I don't know. I just
So I mean, safe words they do come into play with any like she's like crossing traditional boundaries. Like she's has like a whip and stuff like that. And so I think that having that the safe word is actually for men and women with especially with what they're doing in this, this particular group date where she has like nipple clamps and like whips out and stuff like that. And so the safe word, I think that obviously they're doing it to be a little bit gimmicky, but I think
yeah,
that it's to show mutual boundaries and respect.
yeah.
I think
I just
so.
thought that it was so foreign to them, the fact of having a safe word. They were like, what do you mean? Like, what's a safe word? Like, I mean, it was just kind of like a foreign concept to them. They were just like, what do you mean a safe word?
Maybe
You
they
know,
didn't
like
know
they
what
didn't
they were.
know.
Why do they need to know a safe word right now?
Right.
Like, what am I getting myself into? So
What's
some
going
of the
on?
safe words is pumpkin, cruise ship, Albuquerque, and asbestos.
That's
Thank you. Okay, okay. All I wrote down though was like, poor Jason. He looks so uncomfortable. Oh, Taboo is in here with. I don't think Gabby picks any of them. She's gonna do a Brad Womack and come back a second time on her own. Do you remember Brad Womack?
Dabu, I was thinking, listen, Dabu, I was thinking the same thing. At the end of the episode, when I saw her surrounded by those three, I was like, who is she gonna pick? I mean, I felt like the strongest connection she had was with Eric, but I just thought like I just don't see like this fairy tale in that though. So I was like, I didn't know either. I feel like it's either Eric or bust. You know, I get it because I really just
Mhm.
don't think she has a Johnny. And she don't have. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's no. What is that? Jason? Come on. I mean, what is that? I mean,
Um, yeah, I mean, I could see her not picking anybody at this point, too. I think this season started off so poorly. I feel like it's like moving so quickly that I don't think she had the greatest selection of guys. So I mean, I could see that happening, but or she chooses someone and then they don't work out.
yeah.
I That could happen too. So poor Jason. Susie has her whip out and he looks nervous and scared. Um, what did I rate 100 for? 100 question mark?
100. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Anyway, I think it was Eric that said pumpkin at some point because it was his safe word.
Johnny. That was Johnny's safe word.
Oh, just kidding. So you know Johnny's safe word, huh?
Eric's safe word was hold on. Whose safe word was this? No, that was Logan's was asbestos. Somebody's was cruise ship. Whose was cruise ship?
I don't
I
even
think it was
remember.
Eric. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Well, they have to take their shirts off, of course, and put on a
Mm.
blindfold and lay on the carpet. Where I mean, Gabby looked like she was having fun. Like she's
She
going
was having so much
around.
fun.
She was tickling them. She's putting nipple clamps on them. She was putting whipped cream on their nipples or on their mouths and kissing them and just going around and having a good old time. So that
Let
was,
me
I think,
ask you
fun for
this.
her.
Would you be comfortable enough, like in that setting, to just be licking whipped cream off of their nipples? Like, I'm not talking about putting in their mouth and kissing them, because I mean that's kind of the thing. You kiss these people one after another, but now you just licking nipples and they over there sweaty because they didn't know that they needed a safe word and clam up, and now you taking the shirts off. They were nervous. Would you be comfortable with that? I don't know. I think I
I
freak
would
out with
be
smells and
probably.
stuff. So
I'd probably be
I just
okay.
know me. I just know me like Love Island with that thing with the drinks and stuff. Like I just know me. It's like a no go. It's like a no go. I can't certain stuff I can't do, and that would be it. Like I
I
could put the nipple clamps and the whips, but as far as the whipped cream, I'd be like, nah, I can't do it. No.
I would be okay. I guess I'm a little bit more of a weirdo. So Jason was so awkward at the group date, hard to see him and Gabby, who is a bit edgy. I think she kind of likes pushing him out of his comfort zone. I think that there's something endearing about that for Gabby, but I don't know if it's sustainable for a relationship.
I thought Spencer was the awkward one too.
Oh,
I never.
Spencer's with
He
her.
doesn't even
Who
look like
knows?
a Spencer. Every time I look at him, I'm like, what's his name?
I don't. I never remember his name. I was like, I couldn't remember who you're talking about for a second. I was like, who? Who? He's still there? So
It's so crazy.
later on, before the night portion, everybody wants to know, where is Logan? Something's going on. This is weird. What's happening? And so we see Jessie shows up at Gabby's door and she's obviously surprised. And we find out that Logan tested positive for COVID-19. And so, did we see the scene where Jessie is telling Logan to pack his bags? Like, you gotta go?
When did we see that?
We
I
saw that
didn't
as
see that.
the preview for the next episode. Like for this
Oh,
episode, for this
I must have
episode.
missed. I must have missed the preview for the next episode.
Like
Shoot.
last week, when we the preview for this week, we knew that something was going to be happening with Logan because I thought it was Jesse saying to him, like, you're going to have to go and pack your bags. And we're like, what's
Oh
happening?
no, I remember. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I remember him telling him that he had to move when he was moving to her side, but I don't remember. I must have missed the preview. Shoot, I don't know.
I wonder if I can find it. Preview. The
But
Bachelor.
I was just like, this is my whole thing. And see that again, that's what I'm talking about with that kissing. See what I'm saying? Everybody is kissing everybody. And now he got COVID-19 and now everybody gotta get tested. The thing has to get canceled because how did she not have she was just
I don't know.
and them guys, I was just like, what? Because where did they get it? They've been on the cruise. They all been on the cruise ship except to get off for the date. So I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't know. This COVID-19 is the devil. I really just don't know.
Pretty over it. Not gonna lie.
Yes.
Like very over it. Okay, hold on. I think I found the spot where I'm talking about. I think I'm not sure if this is the spot, but I'll just play it and see what happens.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, tell me. Maybe this is it.
Yup.
It's a Bachelor fan take.
There has been a situation with Logan. She was in tears.
I feel awful.
You got to pack your bags.
Watching her kiss somebody else.
That. Right?
This is all the stuff combined. I don't think this is a.
I know, but then you got to pack your bags bit. So is Logan gone or not gone?
She was in tears.
No, I think that was from when he had to pack when he said she was in tears crying. I thought he was talking about Rachel when he told her that he wanted to go over with Gabby's side and he had to pack his bags, remember?
But this was for this week's preview.
Oh, I don't know that because I never
last week.
Okay, I don't know because I didn't remember seeing it.
This whole preview breakdown is what was shown after last week's episode.
Okay, well they missed it. I hate when that happens, and that happens sometimes. I've had that happen on other shows. They'll show a preview or something, and then when it comes to the season or comes to the episode, it'll be like they'll give you a preview for like the whole season or something, a trailer. And then when the episodes come, you're like, where is that little bit in that trailer? Remember that scene? And then it never comes in the episode. So
let's see this
I don't know.
I'm going to watch this one more time. There's another, I don't know if it's the same part, but I just went down a little bit more.
He has to pack his bags. And my initial gut reaction is that this feels like a rule-breaking situation with the host intervening, as if Logan did something or has something that's not allowed. Think back to the Ivan situation from Bachelor in Paradise, where he contacted...
So yeah, he's still speculating that it was something that's to come still. So maybe it is still to come? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hi, Al Francisco. Hello, ladies. Spoilers say otherwise. Debu regarding Gabby not picking anyone. Ooh. Well, I guess she picked somebody, or maybe she picked someone and dumps them. Who knows? I don't know what the spoilers say. I don't know. So Logan is not going to be participating in the night portion of the date, I suppose. And that's where I'm asking, why did she cancel the night? There, remember the canceled part.
She didn't cancel it. Jesse canceled it. He told her we can't have it.
Because of the
So she didn't cancel it.
Okay, I thought that's what I was talking about.
Because of the rules, and he said because of the rules, the procedural rules, because he got the COVID or whatever, they can't have the cocktail party. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention to what he said, but I just was like, that's really annoying because she needs to make a decision on these damn guys, like to
Yeah.
not have
And
more time with them.
that's what he told her. He was like, I know it's frustrating because you wanted more time with the guys. He was like, but get some sleep and we'll talk tomorrow. And then but when he went down to talk to the guys, he just told them it was a situation with Logan. He didn't even tell them what it was. So they're speculating. I was like, they must be doing this for the drama of it all. Because why couldn't they just say he tested positive for COVID? They were like, it's a situation with him, so we're gonna have to cancel the cocktail party. And they all like, what? Like,
Maybe they can't disclose medical information to them. Maybe, I don't know.
oh, they could tell Gabby, but they can't tell them. Oh, HIPAA only applies to the guy, not Gabby.
Dabu says maybe Logan gets the 4th rose for hometown. I was thinking that.
I was thinking that, but I was hoping not because I felt like that wasn't even fair. But she did what she wanted to do.
So Al Francisco says, yeah, they didn't show that part where Jesse's telling Logan to pack his bag, but Gabby did say Logan was not going to remain in her journey. Exactly. Al Francisco is with me here.
Okay.
Because I was confused about that. Okay. So we go over to Rachel's group date, and they're going to the cheese capital. I didn't write down what the city was. I forgot.
Adon.
Ethan is lactose intolerant, but he's going to eat cheese for Rachel. And I'm like, what happens though? Like, maybe she's going to want you to not eat cheese.
He is doing it in the name of love for his woman, girl, because they got such a strong connection, okay? He will do anything for her.
Well, Rachel's so excited. She gets to call out that the boys are really strong. There's some sort of like competition in the middle of the square. And I really think that you guys all need to take off your shirts. And so they do so. And they put, a wooden bar on their back, and they're carrying different weights of cheese, and they keep on loading them up with cheese. And out first is Tyler. No, I expected that.
Tyler.
Out next is Aiden. And Tino really wants to win this, and he is trying to make a deal with Ethan, but Ethan does end up falling first, so Tino wins.
He was acting like they were a big brother, like, I won't put you up when you try.
Right?
I was like, sir, what kind of deal are you making with him?
Like, for what? You get absolutely nothing. You get a kiss.
Right.
So, yes, Tino does end up winning. He is the Cheese King. Cheese King.
Cheese King.
So, I don't know if this is the night portion or not. I didn't write it down, but Aiden cannot wait to introduce her to his family. Tyler really likes her, and he's falling hard. Tino was ready 2 weeks ago. And in the end, Tyler gets the group date rose. Tino is not happy.
He was talking to a producer, right? That was a producer, right?
I think so. Mm-hmm.
He was pissed.
So was it Ethan that says that Tina's acting like a baby back bitch? Was it Ethan that says that?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to figure it out.
He was like, he's acting like a baby back ribs or something.
A baby back bitch.
And then, baby. And then Aiden's like, we're the two that didn't win anything. We should be mad because we're the two that didn't win anything because Tyler won the rose, Tino won the cheese steak. So he's talking to Ethan. He's like, me and you the ones that didn't win anything. We should be mad. But he up there acting all angry.
Well, Tino just like it never occurred to him that they may not be on the same page. And do you know what though? Why am I so evil? But I kind of want him to like be like, this isn't for me or something. Because it's like, make him feel, I know that she has to do certain things for the show. I get it. I know that she can't let everybody know that he's the one that they're going to be picking. But I don't know. She's not because she wants people just to keep on adoring her, it doesn't seem like she's really giving back that much. And I think that she needs to learn a little bit of a lesson on like how to let people know
Oh,
how she feels.
she's trying. I think that's a little mean. Tino has to understand, just because you're the front runner, you need to be confident in the type, it's giving me a little, you're insecure in the connection. Because if you really this forklift boss king, like the construction man,
Well,
like you are, Tino, just know that y'all have this strong connection and you're not
this
worried about
is what
anybody
I'm
else.
thinking though. He's Aquarius and he's not getting the validation in the way that he needs it. And that's going to be with some words or with some inside jokes or into like, you know what I mean? Like there's ways that you could let him know. And the way that she's letting him know is not landing with him. And this reminds me very much of Miss Katie and Greg. Greg was a Gemini, Katie was a Capricorn, and wasn't able to let him know in a way that he understood that they had something really special, whether or not he was a front runner or not. How she was letting him know wasn't landing with him. And I feel like this is very similar with Rachel here. And so I think that he actually doesn't think that they necessarily have the same connection because she's not telling him or showing him in a way that makes him feel safe. So
okay,
this is what I'm thinking. And so anyways, I could see him deciding to like, I'm over it and peace out.
I don't know. The previews look kind of sketchy for next week. They look kind of
looks
sketchy.
like his parents don't like her. Was that what it was? I think it was something like that.
His daddy is hardcore, isn't he? It looked like he was like, y'all, this not no fairy tale. Which like, what is going on? I'm like, oh wow.
So Al Francisco says, yeah, that epic comment by Ethan about Tino. Tino got up all on his feelings. He should just trust the connection that he has with Rachel. But they don't speak the same language of the relationship. Of course, Tino would piss that it's his woman. But he's also
that's how he feels.
It's an Aquarius.
Yeah, but you also can see that he has a little temper too, because when he was talking to her about the hometown dates, and she was asking him, like, how do you think? Because she was asking everybody, how do you think? Because she worried. You know how she is. She got to be worried about how people going to feel about her. So she was asking everybody how they felt their parents were going to like her or not, or whatever. And he said, I'm going to tell them this is my girl and you're going to like her. And that's how it is. And the way he said it, though, I was like, huh. So he has that kind of streak in him. And then when I see the previews of the daddy, I'm like, oh, girl, you might want to run. You might want to run because they seem like they're very much, they run the show. And see, you can only hide your spots for so long. And Tino getting sick of this. He can't hide his spots no more. So this was the first preview of him going with that producer. Like, what is she doing? She needed to have told me I needed to roll through. Because see, if she would have gave me the roles and I could have rolled through with he started naming Tyler, I wouldn't have cared about none of them because I would have known and I would have rolled through. And so that to me was a preview that he kind of has a little temper and he likes to be in control. And you need to look out for this. And then I saw a preview of his daddy, and I'm like, it might come straight from his daddy because of the house that he was raised in. She better open her eyes and look out. I didn't like that.
I don't think that they're as compatible as
no.
Well, I mean, no. We all know that I don't think they're compatible sign wise. So Pisces, Aquarius, like absolutely not. Like, I mean, all signs can work. Everybody has like a different makeup and all the different planets. But if someone was a Pisces, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm going to bother giving this a shot just because I know that we're not going to be able to communicate very well emotionally later down in the road. Like after all the honeymoon phase is gone, like stuff is going to irritate me. That's what I'm thinking. And he's probably going to be a little bit not giving her enough of like reassurance. And so, I don't know. I don't think they're going to work out, but yeesh. Yeah, I could see that he probably thinks that she's his woman.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't like the fact that there's other men in the picture. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
So okay, I wrote down, why did Jesse visit Gabby? What did he again? Yeah, what did they talk about?
Jesse came to tell her he came to visit Gabby again.
Yeah, I don't think
know.
anything happened. I didn't rewind it, so I guess nothing happened. And then we see Ethan.
I think he just came to see how she
how
slept,
she's doing,
how she was feeling. Yeah.
So Debbie says, to be fair, Rachel's dad is tough as well. That's true. To be honest, I like Zach better for Rachel. They seem to connect on different levels. He would be a better partner for her. I do think.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's sensitive to her.
Definitely. And what is he? He's a what's his sign? Do we remember? What's his sign? Let me look it up again. Horoscopes. So, what was his name? Who were we talking about? Oh, we're in Gabby's people. Yeah, so Tito's Aquarius. Nate was a Capricorn, so they got along really well. We could tell. Ethan was a Virgo. Eric is a Capricorn. Avon is a Scorpio. Who am I looking up though? I forget.
Zach.
There he is. Oh, ooh. Okay. He's a Leo.
What is that?
A Leo.
Leo and a Pisces. Leo and a Pisces. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a Leo.
But he could be a Leo that needs attention right now. Like it needs attention in a different way. Like, so usually they're like, I want to be the star. I want to be in front of everybody. But sometimes, like, they need other type of attention. So that could be why that whatever he was experiencing before he went to therapy and stuff like that, could be his Leo acting out, but in like not bad. That's not the word I want to use, but like in its detriment, like the negative sides of Leo, maybe. Okay. But that's not good for her though.
Leo and Pisces.
Not great. Yeesh. Oh boy. Okay, so we see that Ethan tells Tino how they felt, and that Tino does still feel blindsided, but there was just like a moment of the guys chatting together, like outside on the lawn chair. Tino is acting a little bit like a big back bitch.
Yeah.
So we get to the rose ceremony. There's no cocktail party. Gabby chooses Eric, Jason, and Johnny. No surprise there. She lets go of Spencer. Mm-hmm. And Rachel chooses Avon and Tino, obviously, because she'd already given roses to
Tyler.
That's it? Was there one more? Zach.
She had already given the rose to Tyler and Zach.
Gotcha.
So Ethan got let go.
Bye, Ethan. We knew that you were going. So
Bye, Ethan.
The outro was cute. With Rachel and Zach and the bike, and she can't get on the bike because the bike's too big and too short. I thought that was a cute moment. And that's it for their episode. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No. How do you think hometown dates are gonna go?
Well, from the preview, should we watch the preview again? Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, let's see the preview.
Let's see if I can find it. Today, maybe. What is episode? Okay, it's hometowns. Heading into home. It's got a sneak peek. Okay. Oh, it's only a minute. Will that be a good one? Okay, hopefully we'll see. Okay, good. It's on cutting stems. Oh, live reaction. No, I don't want that. Sorry. Excuse me.
Okay. That's okay.
We want this one. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to stop it and start it just because I don't want it to get dinged.
Okay.
All right. So far, so good. Sorry, just pausing it after 15 seconds so I don't get dinged.
Who is that? Isn't that a famous?
I don't know if he's
Who
famous.
is that?
Oh, someone's saying, did I just see Patrick Warburton in the hometown preview? I don't know who that is. Is that the famous
He's
person?
an actor. He's an actor. And I was like, he's an actor. Where do I know him from?
Wait. Let's see if he's in the Bachelorette. Okay, hold on. You might be right. Bachelorette fans shocked to see Seinfeld star Patrick Warburton in the hometown date preview. It is.
Yeah,
Is Zach Shallcross from the Bachelorette Patrick Warburton's son? That's the $1 million question on the minds of Bachelor Nation after shocking preview for next week's new episode.
Yeah.
Let's see if it says anything.
Yeah. So
it turns out Zach Shallcross is indeed related to actor Patrick Warburton. However, his connection is not likely the one you might be anticipating, despite speculation that began swirling on Twitter following the release of the hometown teaser. Zach is not Warburton's son. While Zach is not Warburton's son, he is his nephew, which would explain why Warburton makes a surprise appearance during the hometown. In fact, you can see some shots of Zach and his uncle on social media as the pair share a passion for giving back to their favorite charity, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Patrick Warburton's son, although Zach Shallcross from The Bachelorette is not Patrick Warburton's son, the actor does indeed have two sons, Talon and Shane. Like their father, both Talon and Shane were bitten by the acting bug and are credited actors. Okay, so is it his mom's brother or his dad's brother? I wonder.
it must be his mom's brother because they have a different last name.
Right. Of course. Good. I mean, he looked familiar, but I just thought it was just like a guy.
Scary to like open up and show somebody my entire world.
And for Jason, definitely worried for Jason. Hi, Sudani. Hey, ladies, just finished catching up this week's episode. Hometowns came way too fast.
I know, right?
Too fast. What are we on episode 7 and we're at Hometowns?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're gonna get to 10 still.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk. You're living like a fairy tale right now. I mean, you're saying all the right things, but I want to see him fall for the right person.
I don't know how I made it out of that house alive. I almost cried.
I feel bad not saying all this to you earlier.
He looks
not
terrified.
saying all of what? Yeah, what didn't you say earlier?
Maybe that her dad was going to be a little bit hard on her. Maybe
so.
I care about him so much, and then I hear that. I feel like my heart is breaking.
Like that sound is so intense. So like blockbuster, like epic movie. Okay, are they going to fit all 7 hometowns in one episode? Probably. I mean, hopefully, because like it's been kind of boring. Kind of.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, they're only doing. Remember, Gabby only has 3 and Rachel has 4.
I think that they can fit it all in. Or maybe they'll do a 2-parter next week. They didn't say they were going to though, so I don't know. Well,
because that'll be episode. Hold on, is the next episode 7, or was the one we just finished? Oh, the next one. Oh, okay.
Well, that's pretty much it for this week's episode. Is there anything else you want to talk about that we didn't talk about today?
No. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here in the chat. You guys are great. Please make sure that you subscribe to Reality Realness with 3 S's and to Miss TJoy on all social media platforms. Like this video and let us know what you think about that missing scene of Logan and Jesse. Is Logan going to show up in hometowns and Jesse's going to say like, pack your bags? Or is it just something that we never see in the actual show? Tell us your thoughts of what you think is going on there. And then also tell us your thoughts on what do you think that Tino didn't say that breaks her heart?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know. Let us know in the comments, please.
You think so?
I mean, that's Aquarius move. That's Aquarius move.
That is very much Aquarius move. They will ghost you. Okay.
It's like,
I'm done.
I'm good. and not feel any remorse at all.
I know.
So yeah. I could see it happening, but let us know in the comments what you think is going to go on, and we will see you sometime next week. Ciao. Bye, everybody. Thank you for